very good morning to all students. You know that yesterday we have stopped till roughage and water. Today again we are going to move with further topic, that is balanced diet. Okay, so let's see what we are going to today's date. That is 22nd July, isn't it? And what is the chapter number? That is components of food. Clear? So now what you have to do in this topic? First of all, we are going to discuss about balanced diet. This is main topic for today's lecture. What is a balanced diet? Do you know what does the balanced diet means? Actually, the balanced diet, which contains all the components of food required by our body in adequate amount, is called a balanced diet. That means what is the most important portions for this? All components must be there. Clear? All components must be present. Must be present in our diet. This is the first thing. Clear? So now what happened? As we know that our diet must contains adequate amount of different nutrients from our body to function properly. That is why these all components, what we have studied about the components, which are important components, that are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins, water. These all are important components we should have in our daily life diet. So a balanced diet must contain food from each of the following groups. Now what happened? We know that different kinds of food provides us different kind of components. So keep in mind that our food or diet has been divided in groups. So what we are going to learn about that groups? So number one group is of milk group. Milk group means milk group. First of all, what does this milk group means? Clear? In this milk group, usually that type of, we can say, products, that is milk, curd, butter, cheese, etc. are prepared by milk. Second group is protein. Second group is protein, because you know that protein used to build up our bodies. So it's a bodybuilding food type. So second group is of food. And what type of foods if we eat, we get like egg, meat. For example, this is for example, nuts, peas, etc. Nuts, peas, etc. And for this, milk, cheese, curd, etc. So these are the important for this. Third group is of cell. Cell is like what we are going to eat in daily life, because in morning if you are taking, then it's possible you can take milk, egg, nuts, peas according to your choice. But in lunchtime, what you are taking? That is of cereal. That is cereal group. So in this group, what we are taking? Like this, chapati, rice, bread, they all it comes in this type of groups. You know, chapati, rice also in lunchtime usually most of them supposed to take this type of food. Okay. The last but not the least is fruits and vegetables. These are also important group. Fruits and vegetables. Mostly fruits we are supposed to take raw only, isn't it? We don't have to cook them. But vegetables mostly we are taking raw, no, not raw, usually cooked. Somehow we are supposed to take vegetables like carrot, onion, radish, banana, etc. These are the, we can say, important type of foods we should take to complete our balanced diet. In daily life, we should, whatever we are eating, these are the important sections so that we can take. Now what happens? According to your age and according to your occupation, whatever way you are doing, on that basis, it's to be different in different types of conditions. See, a balanced diet is not the same for all. It varies with age, health and occupation. For example, now whatever we are eating, but for in different types of groups, if you are having different type of foods. Somewhat pregnant lady, whatever you will be taking, she will be taking. That is important. Like pregnant lady is supposed to fill up with proteins mostly, as to just build up the body of that developing baby in his womb, in her womb. Okay, like that, a growing child needs more protein than to grow up and develop the body tissue needed for the growth of his mind and health. Like that. Third is the laborers and athletes. Laborers and athletes, whatever, you know that they used to work for hours. Like that, athletes are also so important that they used to compete themselves with others. So they need more energy to build up their. So these all are importance to take heavy, it's not heavy, we can say all the components in their food. Okay, rickshaw pullers, they all need carbohydrates, and we know that carbohydrate provides energy, as carbohydrates are energy giving foods. Okay, next now what comes is the topic effects. What happens when we are just cooking the food? That is, now we are going to read about the effects. What are the effects of cooking? What are the effects of cooking? Why cooking is somehow, we can say, that harmful? Because what happens? See, in the coming paragraph, we have to see, selecting and eating the right kind of food is not enough. It should be cooked properly, and cooking improves the taste of food and make it easier digestible. Now what happened? Whatever your mama is preparing for you, whatever at that time you are taking particular, like the way you have, means we can say a vegetable of onion only. You can take it raw also and cook. But while just preparing a vegetable curry of onion, you need some spices and all that, which enhances the taste of that, we can say, taste of a vegetable. It looks nice to have it and it digests it properly. But at the same time, cooking results in some loss of nutrients also. So what happens? What is the example? Vitamin C gets easily destroyed by heating. So number one, what's happened? Vitamin C which are present in our food gets destroyed. Vitamin C gets destroyed by heating. This is the first effect it happens, as it just involves. Like that, we can say, if we are heating continuously by cooking, then the vitamin C from our food just removes of it. Okay. Second, in case of a rice, it's common practice to use excess water for boiling, isn't it, for cooking? Then what happens? We used to throw up the excess water from that, and just results in we used to get the loss of water. While cooking, what happened? Loss of nutrients. Loss of nutrients. This is the second effect that we can say. Clear? Loss of nutrients. Third, repeated washing after cutting or peeling may result in the loss of useful vitamins. Same thing, if you are just peeling off the vegetables like apple, some people, suppose we can say that they won't like to have apple with that skin. They used to peel off the skin and then they have. So in that, what happens? In that manner, we used to lose some vitamins from the peel of the apples. Clear? so you are not supposed to peel off. You should have that with the peels. In case of rice and pulses, repeated washing removes some vitamins and minerals present in them. So next, mostly thick peels are removed from vegetables and fruits. This also results in the loss of nutrients. So mostly it happens, what happened while we are taking some foods and we are having such that in that some manners we used to peel off the skin of the vegetables also, and we can say that fruits also, but it is not good for so health, because we are just destroying we are just removing this. By removing the skin, we are just losing some nutrients and vitamins from our fruits and vegetables. So try to just have that with the same theme. Okay, so today we have learned about balanced diet only. We have read about the lecture was on balanced diet, what are the effects of cooking on the balanced diet. In next lecture we are going to read about obesity. What does the obesity means? Okay, in that lecture we are going to discuss about obesity, some deficiency disease. So on the basis of this, I have given you some work you have to complete in your assignment and try to submit on time. Okay, thank you for today. Have a nice day.